night before pre-race setup here. That's gonna go there. All right, folks, 6:30 in the morning. Got my Monster, got my water, and we are gonna have some fun today. What do you think, buddy? Do you agree? Will it be fun? Definitely. I think I'm pretty considerate. Last night, I put my car in stealth mode so that when I turned it on this morning, it wouldn't wake up my neighbors. All right, step number 1 is meeting Nick at Sheetz for E85. We'll be there in 1 second. All right, so here I am at Sheetz, and this was Nick's idea, by the way, to meet here at 6:45. There is an S13 Sylvia over there, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I have no idea when it comes to JDM cars. But anyway, this was Nick's idea to meet here at 6:45, and look who is not here yet. And I'll tell you what, if Nick doesn't show up within 10 minutes, I'm going to his house and I'm actually gonna kill him. So now we just wait. For a split second, I thought that was his Jeep. And I was like, there must be a problem with the Camaro. Oh, look! Remember to wear long pants. Yeah, fuck off, buddy. Why don't you show up? Now here's something. I have just about half a tank of gas, which is about 8 gallons. And I can run 40% E85. And I think what I'm just gonna do is put in roughly 4 gallons of 93 and then another 4 gallons of E85. I don't really care about power because I know that my issue here on street tires is gonna be putting the power down anyway. So it doesn't matter if I have, 702 wheel or 690 wheel or whatever it is. It really doesn't matter because I won't be able to put it all down anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. Son of a bitch. Is that guy with us or what? No, he's with him. Yeah, I see you, buddy. Run over Nick's girlfriend out of anger.
Oh my God, look how slow this is going.
I don't want to be up this early. Dude, look at these new pumps. Did you see they have new pumps? Look, they have new pumps for us, buddy. Our ongoing saga with these gas pumps at Sheetz, they finally have 93 and E85 at the same pump. Previously, it was only 92, which probably doesn't really matter, but this is exciting. Oh, what a lovely noise. So the problem here is that Nick just said is, this is not the same as E85 though. 51% to 83% ethanol. I don't know if this is the same shit. Are you calling Andy about it?
Since we do a mixture, like, I have no idea what mixture to fucking do to be the most optimal, horsepower wise. They used to have E85 pumps, like E85. Now they have flex fuel pumps that say ethanol 51% to 83%. What the fuck does that mean? Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go back in my car because it's cold as fuck. So Nick's over there trying to figure it out because he has to get every single last bit of horsepower possible. We are freezing our asses off. Wind is about 120 miles an hour, which is great. So hopefully we'll be on the road. But hopefully we'll be on the road here within a couple of minutes. I think Nick might really be losing his mind because he just left that pump, which has the same shit that's over here, and came to this one. That poor man. All right, so I'm just filling up with what I originally started with. I don't care what the mixture is, it doesn't matter. All right, I think finally we can hit the road. Thank you. Hey, Andy! Fuck you!
Hood, trunk, race helmet.
Gotta open my hood, my trunk, and make sure they have my helmet. All right, buddy. Status report. We are checked in, good to go.
Nipples are hard.
The equipment that we have, the helmets and the long pants, which is not a whole lot, but we're good to go on that.
Yep.
And now we're just waiting to go. And what are we doing right now? We're going to look at the track.
Yeah, we're going to a driver's meeting. They're going to tell us about the track, tell us about the race, and you guys are going to be able to see what the track looks like.
This is roll racing, not from a dig. So the cars are going to be
from a dig, though.
Yeah, pretty much. It has to be because the cars are lined up against that back wall and they have to be at 50 by the tree, which is there. So, I mean, it's a little bit of distance, but either way, it's not like you're going to be able to take off real slow. You're going to have to be relatively on it.
See all the burnouts. But the thing is, that's the only issue I have, dude, is because you're going to drag all this shit from there onto the track.
Yeah.
When usually you do the burnout here, get that shit out, and then that's all clean for like dig racing.
I'm excited. This is gonna be dope. I mean, just look at that. Where you can legally go as fast as you possibly can.
Yeah, pretty much.
Great.
Just make sure you stay in them grooves. Don't get out of the grooves, man, because getting back in them at 130 is kind of scary. I did that one time I raced here. I started going off to the right and like got out of the, there's like grooves, and you'll be like,
oh yeah. By the way, this is my first time on a drag strip, just to let everybody know.
We're gonna wait at least an hour, I think, till it warms up.
Try to let it, warm up at least a little bit. It's currently like 45 degrees, so.
When my nipples are not as hard as when we're gonna go.
Based on Nick's nipple temperature, we'll see if we're ready to go.
C8.
Alright, so just wanted to give you guys a quick breakdown of all my runs here before we cut back to the track to talk to good old Andy and Nick. So you can see I have my 7 slips here, and the reason why I got 7 runs is because, even though I only paid for 3, is because 3 of these runs here actually had a wrong time on them. They were having tons of problems that day with leaves getting on the sensors. I don't really know how it all works, but regardless, 3 of the times aren't correct, so that's why I was able to get some free extra runs. One other thing that I want to mention is that the car performed absolutely flawlessly today, which is awesome. You know, we definitely don't want anything to break, and the car did really well, so I'm very proud of her. Moving on to my first ever run. So this is my first time on a drag strip ever, and this is one of the fucked up slips that I'm talking about. So you can see here that Nick, by the way, P2 is me and P3 is Nick. So anytime where you see that, I was running against him, and I only did not run against him in 2 runs. Here was the Porsche Turbo, and then over here was the M5. But anyway, so you can see here that Nick ran a very impressive 7 seconds at 244 miles an hour, and I ran 6 seconds, and I was actually moving so fast that the machine couldn't even tell my speed, couldn't even tell what it was. It just doesn't go that high. So I'm gonna guess probably like 280 miles an hour. My first real run, so to speak, here where I got some actual results. And by the way, this number here is the starting number, the starting miles per hour, I should say, the little circled number. And this was a roll racing event, so you had to be within 5 miles an hour of 45 miles per hour when you hit the tree of lights, you know, on the drag strip. So you could be anywhere from 40 to 50 miles an hour, and this is what the starting miles per hour was. So for the first run, you can see I ran an 11.4 at 143 miles an hour, and Nick ran a 10.9 at 143 as well. Run number 2, this was against the 911 Turbo. I ran an 11 second, just about flat, at 145, and the Turbo ran an 11.1 at 139. Run number 3, and this was with Nick again. I ran a 10.8 at 144, and Nick ran an 11.3 at 142. Number 4, Nick and I again, starting miles per hour 47 here. This one we both went over at 50, and we had another funny one as well that you're gonna see, but all really close, almost 51 miles per hour. So technically cheating, but still not a huge deal, honestly, and I was able to get a pretty good time. Back to run number 4, starting miles per hour was 47, ran an 11.1 at 147, which I was really impressed by. When I saw that number, it kind of made me think, you know, maybe I could hit 150 today at some point if I get everything just right. And Nick, unfortunately, ran a 13.7 at 103. Obviously, he gave up. That was the run you saw there where he spun really bad. So you could see, you know, both of us were really struggling pretty much all day long with traction. Me especially on street tires. I got to tell you, it was an absolute nightmare. You know, the run where I about shit my pants was this one. I'm pretty certain it was this run. You know, it was just really, really scary. There was only 2 times in my life where I thought I might crash. That was one of them. So definitely was a really tough day, and I think that it's time for me to invest in some proper tires. Moving on to run number 5, we have Nick and myself again here, so 3 in a row. Starting miles per hour was 52, and Nick's was 54. So he had such a bad time on this run. He was trying to do a lot better, and I think we both were a little bit overzealous, maybe a little too excited, and we both cheated pretty badly on this run. But you can see there, me cheating by 2 miles per hour, I was able to get almost 150 miles an hour, which is really good, which is another reason why, you know, I really need some tires, and it was frustrating for me today because the miles per hour is there. Like, my car is fast, there's no doubt about it. As a matter of fact, you know, my car was trapping speeds higher than most of the cars there. Not some of the super crazy stuff, but a lot of the cars there. And unfortunately, my times were just lacking because I couldn't put the power down soon enough to get a good time. So it was definitely a little bit upsetting, but what can you do? These were our best times for the day though, but again, we did cheat to get them. But either way, I like these times because, you know, they're pretty good. So 10.4 at 144 and a 10.5 at 149. Last run with me and Nick here, I ran an 11, pretty much even at 147, and he ran a 10.7 at 143. And then my last run here, that was against the tuned M5, where I ran a 10.7 at 147, and he ran an 11.9 at 132. Now, even though I like this run here a lot because of the high numbers and everything, this was the one I was most impressed with because, for myself, most proud of, I should say, because here I got 49 miles an hour on the start, so I was within the guidelines for where you're supposed to be, and it was really solid. It felt good, and it was a 10.7, which is a really good time, and I didn't cheat, so it's close to this time without going over the miles per hour limit, and ran at almost 148. So this run I was actually pretty impressed with, and of course, you know, at the end of the day when everything was shutting down, I was really starting to get into the groove, but that's usually how it goes. Well, I think that is going to do it for our day here at Maple Grove Raceway. It was a fantastic day. Got in a lot of runs, a lot of good times. Saw damn near 150 miles an hour, which is pretty good, pretty solid. Again, my big problem here, Andy, is what?
Tires. You need tires.
I need tires, really, really bad. I need tires. Got to give a big thank you to Andy, though, for coming out here. Isn't he an awesome guy for coming out here to support his cars?
Well, I have to.
Well, that's not everybody does that.
I'm here for you.
Do you think Hennessy comes whenever their customers are out drag racing?
Probably not.
The car ran great all day long, you know, running it hard, absolutely no issues.
God damn it.
But anyway, I sincerely hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you're stopping in for the first time, please subscribe. Take care. Have a great day.